guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. I hope everyone's doing good today. So today I am building just a tiny modern house. It actually turned out to be exactly 63 tiles. I kind of cheated a little bit though because I added the living room outside. I just imagined that maybe this environment or where the house is placed has pretty good weather all year long, and I decided to put the TV and two couches outside. So the living room is outside, but there is a TV upstairs as well, located in the bedroom. So your Sims can relax there as well. This house actually turned out to be a little bit over 42,000 simoleons. So I wasn't really careful about the budget. I was just kind of placing things how I liked and wasn't really keeping in mind the money wise, the cost. But here you guys saw how it just transitioned to it being super light, because I, for some reason, had my settings set to rain and like thunderstorm in the game, which I believe I had turned off. But I think with the new update that we had recently, it kind of reset my settings. So that's why it was really dark at the beginning. But I did struggle a little bit with choosing like the exterior color of the house. For some reason, I wasn't liking the combinations that I was choosing, but eventually I did settle with the like orangey reddish color or like wallpaper, and then like a brick on that. I want to say I do keep that brick that's on the smaller part of the entrance of the house. But here I kind of create like a little hallway, I guess you could say, because even though the living room is outside, I still wanted to create some type of privacy. So that's why I added like the fencing around, so that way you can create some privacy. And I actually later on going back and editing the video, I realized that I meant to add some curtains as well. That's probably something that you guys can add just to add even more privacy. But I do place a fireplace, and I kind of struggled as well with adding like a covering for the outside. For some reason, I don't know why I chose that table, but I do end up removing it and just add I think I do a regular like roofing piece to it. Um, Here next though, I try to do like the pergola thing that I do in a lot of my builds, but because I was going for like more of a modern feel and I wanted to be a bit more clean, adding like the greenery and stuff that actually creates the shade, I feel like it kind of took away from that. So I did end up deleting that and just adding like a regular roof on top of that area. And as far as the outside of the house, when it comes to the landscaping for the modern houses, I try to imagine, well, I try to create a lot of kind of bringing the inside in the outside inside. So because the inside tends to be a bit more clean and more modern, I feel like I was trying to go for that feel as well on the outside. So I didn't want to add too much to the landscape. So I feel like I just add a couple bushes and stuff on the front. And in the back here, we did have enough space for a pool. I didn't really know like the type of sim that lives here. I feel like maybe they have some type of like corporate job, or maybe they're a doctor or like a lawyer or something in that field. And I didn't imagine any kids living here. So I feel like the back of the backyard wasn't really much needed for like playing area. So I decided to place a pool. And for the kitchen, I really enjoyed this space. I really like the big window that takes up the entire wall. I feel like it brings in pretty lighting. And also, I had enough room here for a small little breakfast table. And the entryway has plenty of space. I feel like if you wanted to create a living room, you could maybe switch out the that breakfast table and put it towards the door, and maybe add like a little living area space there as well. But I feel like this was enough. Again, I wanted it just to keep it very clean, and I feel like I achieved that. As far as the wallpaper inside of the house, though, I kind of did struggle a little bit with choosing the colors because I didn't want it to be too dark, but at the same time, I wanted it to be, I don't know, I wanted it to have like different types of tones and like textures. So I ended up choosing those wallpapers and I used them as well in the bedroom. And as far as the bathroom, moving on to the bathroom, I do add a full bathtub. I had enough room for that. I feel like that was really good, just in case, you had a pet or something, for your sim, you can use the bathtub to give him a bath. And I didn't add any clutter in the bathroom. It was just very minimal. I used the black toilet, which actually I haven't used that toilet, I don't think. And I tried using those towels that came with the family. I don't know which pack. I don't know my packs, but it was one of the new ones. And I wanted to choose like a white or a black, but I didn't know we didn't have a swatch like that. But anyways, I just ended up using the regular one. And here I move on to the outdoor living room, and I wanted to add like two couches, but I didn't want to take too much space. So I ended up just choosing two of the small black ones, and I want to say I just add like an armchair on the side. And I really like how this space turned out, even though it's not as big. I feel like I like the area. And then here I go, moving on and adding the pool. It's not that big of a pool, but I feel like for a tiny house, it fits perfect for it. And I do add two they're not beach chairs, pool chairs, near the shade underneath the tree, and didn't add too much to that area. Just kept it very simple. And I want to say I move on to the bedroom here next. And for the bedroom, I did manage to add a desk and a dresser. I was wanting to add another bathroom upstairs. I tend to do that with my tiny houses just because I imagine maybe the sim, I don't know, I feel like it would be kind of inconvenience to have to go back upstairs and downstairs if you have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. But they're Sims, so really doesn't matter in the game. But I feel like you could have enough room to add maybe like a small half bath or just a small bathroom if you delete the desk and add the desk downstairs. But here I go, adding the dresser, and I use those baskets to just add some type of filler to the shelf. I didn't want to add like miscellaneous objects because again I want to keep it very clean and very simple, so just add those baskets. I imagine your sim, that's where they keep like their socks or their clutter out of sight. And here I just add a shelf. I realized that I had that extra space and a small ottoman. And I want to say that is all. I just add a little bit of clutter on the shelf. Well, I add a shelf in the kitchen just because I realized I feel like it was too clean. So I wanted to make it feel like there was some people living here. But anyways, we're moving on to the screenshots here. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. I hope you guys have a great day and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.